Hey guys, so check this out. This is a single spindle drill head, right? It says grease sparingly every 750 hours. That's just to keep those bearings inside going well, because this bugger is cool. Got a nice motor shaft on the back here for a keyway to be driven by a pulley. And then you get a pretty good length with some good bearing support in there. You can see the seals on the end covering the bearings, right? And you got on the front, you have a spindle here, standard flats, and a thread. I believe this is half 20, so you can put an adapter on here to put any other type of spindle or a chuck or whatever it may be. Now this one happens to be made with a steel housing, and on the back you can see it's got a keyway for a precise location, as well as 4 mounting holes. So what makes this really cool, got my fingerprints on it, we want this to look beautiful. So what makes this really cool is just this motor shaft here. You'll notice there's a hole in it. Now when there's a hole in something like that, that tells you, and you probably won't be able to see it on video here, that tells you that this right here actually can come off. You can see we've got a fastener here. This can slide off. And what does that allow us to do? It allows us to put a smaller motor shaft on the inside. We can go bigger motor shaft back here. So we'll be compatible with an inch size or a metric size pulley of your choice to make a single spindle, high RPM unit. This unit here happens to be replacing DeSuter units, because DeSuter is pretty much going out of business except for the aerospace industry. And so this is going to be our standard to replace DeSuter units around the world. The customer is actually going to stroke this with a mechanism. We have other self-stroking units, but this is what the customer wanted. See that spot right there? That's because I'm Sicilian and my finger touched it yesterday, and you got a little bit of corrosion there today. We're going to clean that up before the customer ever sees it. But this head here is an incredibly reliable device. So remember, steel housing, grease fitting to make sure the bearings inside are always properly lubricated, and all of these parts can be pulled out to replace and maintain this thing. It's a very simple design all the way around. We put the date of manufacture on there, as well as the model number, and lots of dust, right, because I turned it over. But we try to make these as reliable as possible for our customers. This happens to be going into the automotive industry. We have them sold into the trucking industry already, and we would love to serve you by providing you with this or a very similar item. Single spindle, multiple spindle, self-stroking, static like this one is. Whatever we can do to help you, we would love to do that. You just tell us what you want. We'll be glad to make it for you. AutoDrill.com. You can, of course, get us internationally at 908-542-0244, at toll-free at 800-871-5022. You can also find us at AutoDrill.mx for Mexico, AutoDrill.com.au in Australia, and all over the place. We've got 30 different nations where we're represented, and more, actually. We sell to all 50 states, and we would love to support you as best as possible. Give us a ring. Let us know.